With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. To throw is Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Now Murray. And that's complete to McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Weil, to kick it away. Taylor now returning it. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Quick dash. Go. Check the hot read.
On 2nd down, Peterson. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Here we go. 6-1. Watch the screen.
3rd and 2, now Griffin. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
You got tight right there.
They'll run for it. Peterson. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's just me and you. Jim.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. And be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Play fake. Murray out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Reggie White picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
55.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
50. Check right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. There's Griffin to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that...
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
In your face.
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 13.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, deep.
To throw is RG3. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Griffin going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55.
Here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 20.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. You see me now, on God, I'm litty.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
All right, thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the third quarter with 5 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Some of the but overall
we'll see if they can pick it up. Ryan gets it to his tight end Hooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Here's Murray back near his goal line. Going for Metcalf on the... It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his comment.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Ryan.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf. An even 90 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he...
This is caught inside the 15. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, 70 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. On play action, it's Murray. And that's good. Be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this one.
No.
Okay.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Ryan now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being... And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DK Metcalf, 52 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Murray now. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. As Sanders has it poked free, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. On first down, Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Reagan territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. On 2nd down and 4. Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
5 yards on the pickup. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Ryan. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams, the spark that often wins games.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw it, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
mine.